Hello and welcome to another video. Today, I'm going to be giving my thoughts on Tally Hall after first finding out about them about 2 years ago from the Lemon Demon community, because Lemon Demon was the first artist I legitimately listened to. I listened to a lot of his albums. In fact, I think I listened to all of his albums, and yeah, I found him a pretty good artist, and so I discovered Tally Hall through their community. And yeah, I liked Tally Hall when I first listened to them. After discovering so many other bands, however, since then, I find it hard to come back to Tally Hall because I find there are so much better. There are so many other bands, even in the realm of Tally Hall, that they're trying to go in, like kind of quirky, kind of off the wall, theater core energy, just not really taking themselves seriously. I feel like there are so many other bands out there that are similar in that same vein that are a lot better. Big example being Weezer. I mean, yes, I know Weezer has a lot of fucking bad albums, but I feel like there are still a good amount of really good Weezer albums. Big example, the Blue Album, Pinkerton, Everything Will Be Alright in the End, Maladroit, White Album, even some parts of the Red Album. I feel like all of those are so much better than Tally Hall. Even though, again, it's kind of you know, nerdy, kind of pop rock-ish stuff, I feel like their hooks are so much better than Tally Hall. And I don't cringe at entire songs like I do with Tally Hall. Yes, I cringe at maybe one-off lines in some of their songs, some of Weezer songs, I mean. But with Tally Hall, the biggest problem that I have with them is that they try to be really theater-ish in terms of just their lyrics and overall production. I feel like they're trying too hard to go for a musical or theater-ish style, and I just don't really like it. I don't know how to really explain it, but I just don't like it. It's just pretty cringy, especially after coming back to it. It's just, I don't know. I hate the word cringy because it's overused, but that's really the only word I can use to describe some of their music. And I know they got more serious with their second album, Good and Evil. However, even then, I feel like a lot of the songs on that album don't really work, and I feel like it is a bloated album. The second to last track is also really boring. I think it's just titled You. I know it's a different vocalist and all that, and that's sweet and all, but it's just really slow. Not really much going on. And again, there were maybe three good songs on Good and Evil. I know I'm going to piss off a lot of Tally Hall fans. I'm already prepared for that. However, again, there are three good songs on Good and Evil. Never Meant to Know is a pretty good opener, I will admit. Cannibal is a really solid song. More of a soft rock kind of song from them, but I feel like it works. And I think Zubin is the person on vocals. I feel like he deserved to have more vocals in a lot of their other songs because he really shines in this track. He's a pretty good vocalist. And then there's also Hymn for a Scarecrow, which is pretty bombastic in terms of its production. And yeah, I like that song. But again, the rest of it, I just feel like it just sounds very samey for the most part. And again, I just don't really like it, especially after discovering so many other bands since then. Another example of an alt-rock band that I vastly prefer, that's not really nerdy, it's more singer-songwriting and more dramatic, and is a super mainstream band that is way better than Tally Hall, a million times better, is Radiohead. Just a million times better. Maybe besides Pablo Honey, because yeah, Pablo Honey isn't that great. However, everything after Pablo Honey, so much better. Even their weakest album, I would say maybe The King of Limbs is way better. Way better. Because again, it's not like with Tally Hall where I cringe at entire songs. For example, Welcome to Tally Hall, coming back to that song, I just cringe. I'm sorry, but I really do. It's just, I don't know, man. It just screams band kid, 15-year-old band kid that got access to musical instruments and is now making a song. It just screams that. That's what it says to me. I don't know. I know this is rich coming from me as well because I really liked Tally Hall and Lemon Demon when I first listened to them. However, again, I feel like there are just so many other bands out there that are so much better. I feel like they're a good gateway band and then getting into rock as a genre, or maybe just nerd rock, whatever you want to call it. I feel like they're good, they're like a gateway drug. They're good. but then after that, there's not really a really big reason to return to them. They're just kind of there after that. And yeah, that's my overall thoughts on them. And also, even bands that they took inspiration from, like you could pretty obviously tell that they took a lot of inspiration from the Beatles. Beatles are so much better. I shouldn't need to say this, but yeah, the Beatles, a million times better, especially their late 90s output, so much goddamn better. And yeah, and also, I was saying, how much I hated the theater core kind of energy to, Marvel's Mechanical Museum. And that's the main reason why I also don't like Hawaii Part 2. Again, I know I will get a lot of fans to that album upset at me, but again, I really hate the super over dramatic, where Joe is like trying to go like super high in his vocal range and like really trying to sell this when I just don't buy it. Like I really don't. And also the random ass like rap song in like the middle of the album. Why? I listened to the demo of the track where, that rap song was like originally supposed to be connected to. I think it was supposed to be connected to I forgot what the song on the album previous to that rap song is called, but it was supposed to be connected to that song. And I feel like that could have worked a little better than what was actually on the album. Because again, it's just this random ass rap song out of nowhere. Like, why is this on the album? If you were going to put it on the album, I feel like it would be a better decision to just keep it in the same vein as the demo was. Or at least just get rid of the rap vocals. Because again, it doesn't fit. Why? Why is it on the album? Like, I like the beat, and that's the worst part. I like that chiptune kind of like really fast synth beat. I like it, and the female vocalist on that song is also pretty good. But again, why is it a rap song? And why is it on this like really over dramatic album, like talking about this super overarching story? Like, why is it on this album? But yeah, that's basically it. I don't have all of those to say. I will see you guys later. Goodbye.